in the wide receiver room, other guys got to step up to fill that role. How have guys like Fred Ferrier and AB stepped up?
I think the biggest thing is, all those guys are bought in, the Coach Hampton system, so it makes it a lot easier. Fred and AB, everybody in that room they're really good kids, and they work their tails off. I think that's the thing I'm most happy about coming out of this camp. They work their asses off. I'm sorry about that. They work their tails off. They work their butts off, but they've just been doing a good job. They continue to buy in, and they work hard, and they care about each other, so it makes it a lot easier.
When you've reached this point at camp, is it hard to keep the guys sort of locked in and focused and disciplined?
Naturally, yes. Human nature is just hard to, stay consistent within your discipline and the small details, but, they allow us to coach them pretty hard, and we demand a lot from them. So they don't take it personal as we're attacking them. They take the coaching and they try to be the best that they can be, and that's all that you can ask for.
Bush spoke earlier in camp about how some of it is the positions kind of, instead of competing with each other, but the other position rooms, like the wide receivers,
absolutely,
you don't want reps taken from the tight ends. So have you seen that from your guys where they're trying to make sure that, maybe a Willie Rodriguez or one of those tight ends
yeah, absolutely. I'm always preaching to these guys, we got to capitalize on every opportunity, whether that's getting lined up, alignment, assignment, doing the right thing, and obviously when the play comes, you got to make the play. It's going to be tough to convince Big Dog to keep them tight ends off the field. So I think that's an uphill battle. But I mean, they all love each other. They all root for each other, whether it's tight end, running back, quarterback. So that's all you can ask for. It's pretty good chemistry there.
What's the biggest area of growth you've seen from Barry on from when you got here in December?
One, I just want to say I'm extremely proud of him. I think the biggest growth for him, he is what he is. He's an electric. He's going to make plays. He's got some God-given ability that none of us have. But just mentally, he really wanted him to get mentally tougher, and I think that's something that he got better at this summer. Trusting his teammates, trusting his coaching, just being more dependable and reliable. But the biggest thing is just his mental aspect. I think he grew and he matured a lot off of that.
There's been a lot of talk about Fred Ferrier this year. Just kind of maybe talk about what you've seen from him in practice.
Fred's he's an unbelievable kid. He comes out here, you're not going to hear too much from him. He might not speak the whole practice, he might not speak in meetings, but he comes out here, he wants his teammates to do well, and then he just works his butt off. He comes out here, every rep's like his last rep. He wants to make a play, whether it's a block, whether it's a catch. He just wants to do right all the time, and he's doing a really good job on special teams as well, so I'm glad we got him.
We've heard from Coach Stoops and some of the players about what you brought to this group. What did you think this group needed when you got here? What have you brought?
One, I would say they've done the guys that were here before me and the guys that are here now did a hell of a job recruiting. These guys got a lot of talent. But I just think, sometimes you just need a fresh start. And a lot of these guys just, they just want to see how it's supposed to be done. And they just want somebody that's going to demand a lot and stay on them. I think they do want tough love. I played the position and I'm a little younger, so I'm not afraid to challenge them and push them. But, it's easy for me. They do all the work, like they buy in, they come out here day in and day out, they work pretty hard. So, they make my job a lot easier.
We don't know a lot about Brock, but we know he's good at ad-libbing.
Yeah.
So what are the challenges as a pass catcher to being able to make plays when the play breaks down and things don't go according to plan?
I think one thing that helps us out in our room is working scramble drill. Just staying active. Brock's pretty athletic, if I must say. So, if a play does break down and we see him scrambling out of the pocket, that's a chance for, a big play opportunity or just, a first down catch to keep the chains moving. And I think as we continue to go and get more comfortable, I think, that can be something that we can definitely benefit off of offensively.
Is that something you just like a feel thing? Yeah. Like, is it all just feel and getting reps for the quarterback?
I would say reps. I think Coach Hampton's done a great job, preaching on that and practicing in practice. But once that ball gets kicked, it's more of a feel, and hopefully by that time it's just routine at that point, and it looks natural.
Is he one of those quarterbacks where the first route may break down or there might not be anything there, but your receiver has to stay in it because he can create?
Absolutely. I think the play's never dead with Brock. Like I said, he's pretty athletic. He's a really good kid. He wants to win. He wants to succeed. So he's just got he's got a great mentality. He's who we want back there, and then we just need to continue to feed off of him and make his job, as easy as possible.
What kind of camp is Dane Key at to this point?
Yeah. Well, Dane's had a tremendous camp. He's a really good kid. All the boys look up to him in that room outside of football. But I couldn't have asked more from Dan. I think he's got, extremely stronger since I've been here in the winter/spring. He's done a really good job of making some contested catches and just pushing himself, gearing himself to get in shape for the season. I'm very thumbs up on Dan right now, if I'm being honest.
You talk about Barry on having that God-given talent. Just maybe you've coached a lot of great receivers. Maybe just kind of compare them to maybe guys you've seen in the past.
Yeah. Honestly, that's tough. I've never really. I don't think I've ever, played with or had anyone, that's talented. Just able to stretch the field and make plays downfield as Barry on.
You weren't that fast?
Shoot, if I was that fast, I wouldn't be here right now. But I mean, he's a unique individual. He's still developing at the position, so that means he's only going to continue to get better. As long as he stays focused and he continues to buy in, I think he'll have a really good shot to doing what he wants to do in life.
You mentioned the strength that Dane added. Just how beneficial do you think that's going to be from him? Some of those plays in the middle of the field that he's made throughout his career here.
Yeah, very, very beneficial. I mean, if you look at his body, his frame's changed. He's a kid that was really committed to the offseason. He took it serious as far as weight training, eating, putting the right things in his body, and I think that will not only help him, now, but moving forward in his career.
Good.
Absolutely.